found Jack Swift. That's a strong name. Swift, is he fast? We don't know, but I'm thinking he must be quick on his feet. But we soon learned that he's quick in the mind. Anyway, no, that's a good point. There's mystical beings, there's magic, and Jack's just like, well, what's happening? One time when he's sleeping, a rhinoceros comes into his room and steals him away. Just yanks him out and flies off with him. Two things of note. Rhinoceros, intelligent beings. That's true. They're sexy motherfuckers. Second thing, they can fly. He had no wings. What's going on? Anywho, we move on. Hello, my humans, aliens, and other sentient beings. I'm JT Dunkley, and we are back with another book review. As you may have discovered from the title today, we are discussing The Legend of Blackjack. This is a self-published YA debut fantasy written by A.R Witham, and I have to say it's a great debut. This was released back in last year, actually, in 2022, and it follows a boy called Jack Swift, which, side note, is an excellent name. It just sticks to the tongue. Jack Swift. Is he fast? We don't know yet. His name is Swift. Anywho, I'm not too sure if it's set in the present day or if it's back in the day, because his dad isn't actually a, what they call it? Somebody who digs around for artifacts, like Indiana Jones. He's one of them guys. So that's what his dad does, and he gets trapped in a cave, killed off, and Jack gets sent to the foster system. So he ends up in Chicago with a very despicable woman. Don't like her. Ugh. But while he's sleeping in his bed, a rhinoceros that can talk and fly comes in his room and steals him and takes him away to the wonderful world of Kmart, where there's mystical beings, there's magic, and Jack's just like, well, what's happening? The reason why I like this story so much, especially Jack's characterization, is that he's a smart kid. He's like got one of the memories where you see something once, you remember it forever. Is it photosensitive? It's not epilepsy. It's epidemic? Epidural? It's one of those ones where you can just remember everything that you read. I forget the name of it. Anywho, during when he's in this care system, he's reading all these manuals, surgery books, encyclopedia, just learning as much as he can. He's a bit of a loner. He doesn't really have friends, and that's okay. That's okay not to have friends, because you smart, Jack Swift. You smart. Anywho, so when he gets to Kmart, the land of magic, they think he's a magician because he can do all this sciencey stuff. So they rely on him to save somebody and to make all these things happen. And he's like, you have magic, because what is science if it's not magic? The process of understanding. I like that. The book itself, the pacing was phenomenal. Okay? So I love me a good action-packed, engaging story, and this is exactly what I got. Like, the structure of the novel was very episodic. Like, every chapter had its own beginning, middle, and end. You know, it was a new adventure to begin with. So if I'm a binger, so I finished the book like that. Like, I didn't stop. Maybe to sleep, maybe to do a doo-doo, but that was all. But if you are not like me, you can literally read one chapter, put it down, and come back again, and you still feel satisfied because you had that beginning, middle, and end in that one chapter, and you know the next time you read it, you'll be on to another adventure, which I thought was brilliant. So, and he also, what I like is Jack comes across many people in his travels. There's one in particular, which is a gecko. Now, if I remember correctly, these geckos are like slaves, or like little minions that these people of Kmart don't appreciate their usefulness. And I'm always saying, always think about the little guys, because they're the ones that are going to save your ass when you're in trouble. Quote me on that. Anywho, Jack teaches the gecko American Sign Language, and he can communicate, and they rally their army together. Brilliant. Love it. Don't know how to explain that well, but I don't want to get spoilers, so read the book. Anyway, so we have the gecko, and then what solidified this book in my mind as one of the best, you got pirates. Now, you don't know one thing about me, you know what, you love me a pirate. Pirate in this book, his name is Rooker Flynn. And if you expect any pirate to do that's worth his salt on the sea, he's all about the treasure. So when we first meet him, I'm not going to tell you what he does, but he wants the treasure. So he betrays Jack. But then he realizes that Jack is his lucky penny. So now he treats him like a four-leaf clover, like he's the luck. So he sticks by him. He wants to survive. He doesn't want to die, put himself in danger. But he also doesn't want to lose Jack, because Jack's his lucky penny. So what does he do? He goes along with whatever activities and adventures happening, but he's not happy about it. And I love it. A reluctant hero, even though he's not really a hero. But anyway, it works. Now, I'm not a big fan of YA books. Sometimes it's a hit and miss for me. But this book didn't read like a YA. It had a lot of darker themes into it. Not too dark where it reached into the adult territory, but it had more serious things. It wasn't choppy. Like now you find in most YA books, you have the romance or you have the fairies and stuff like that. It's... no, not for me. This YA book, this is for me. This bang. It hit every mark for me. So I'm all about that. Let's get into my best part. Now, the best part of this book was trying to figure out why Jack Swift is called a legend. Because it's called The Legend of Jack. No, the book is called The Legend of Black Jack. So we all know his name is Jack. It's the legend's him. But why? What does he do? And I'm trying to piece it together. And I'm thinking from the beginning, I'm like, is it a time travel book? Because still, maybe I missed it. I still think it was set in the 20s because I had that whole Indiana Jones vibe. But it probably wasn't. I'm not going to go back and find out. But it probably wasn't. But I'm thinking he went to Kmart and he's gone back in time. Because when he arrived there, he's just like, you're a child. You don't know what I wanted. So I'm thinking, oh, you've gone back in time. It's a time Swift. Something's happened. And because his name was Swift, I'm thinking you're fast. So you must run back in time or something. No, I'm wrong. I always do this when I read books. I make predictions at the beginning and I'm just wrong. And I was wrong. But I'm glad I was wrong. Because the reveal at the end of what actually is happening, even though my theories didn't make any sense, I liked it. I enjoyed it. So whatever the fuck I was thinking, I'm happy that wasn't the book because it was stupid. What A.R Witham wrote, the book he actually put together, perfection. This is why he wrote it and I didn't. Simple. So the worst part. To be honest, there wasn't really a worst part. There was nothing that I didn't like. What I have to say is that there was a demon up in here chasing him around, which I lost me some demons. Demons, pirates, gods. I lost me. And dragons. There was a dragon in this book too. So, hitting all the marks. Anywho. But yeah, so there was a demon that was chasing him. And I would have liked it if we went more into that part of the story. But it was okay. It worked. I mean, it left space for another book. Basically, my worst part is that I wanted more. I just need a second book, you know. I know there's another fella out that I should read. But I wanted more. So, in conclusion, I absolutely loved this book. Couldn't pull it down. From start to finish, I ate it up. Took over my whole life, okay? And also the full page illustration, appreciate it, you know? I imagine things and I might read something on the page and imagine something completely different. It's how I work, like, I don't know why. But the full page, I didn't need to go crazy, you know? Perfect, loved it. So that's all for me today. If you like the sound of this book, please go pick it up. If you already read it, let me know in the comments down below what you thought, if you loved it, if you hated it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more content from me, I aim to post weekly, so hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. If you want to connect with me anywhere else, all my socials are linked below.